06Mar17 AM on uh, Monday, March 6th, 2017. I'm Christiana Ellis, and this is how I talk today. This is 5 more minutes. Yay! This is with a cough drop in my mouth. It's worse without, believe it or not. So, I think I will postpone the Avatar The Last Airbender rewatch for another day for reasons which must seem now all too obvious. Sorry, it's a little Doctor Strangelove there for you. It's a great movie if you haven't seen it, by the way. So here I was thinking myself a hero last night, feeling pretty bad as I was making my way back from Tennessee. Thinking, you know what? I'm just going to power through it. I'm okay. I'll just get some sleep. I'll go to work in the morning like a grown, responsible adult. And no, I'm pretty still sniffly coffee talking like thisy. So that sucks. But, oh man. I talk all the time, so laryngitis just always weirds me out. I had the great vacation, other than getting sick towards the end. But what are you gonna do? That stuff happens. But creatively, very rewarding. Socially, very rewarding. I love those people, man. Great stuff. And it was such a fun trip. The weather was really nice. We had some heavy rain, but not in a problem way. Food was good. Good times. Flight back. I don't know. It's a flight. I had a long layover in Philadelphia, which wasn't super fun, but and then when I landed in Boston, I waited like 45 minutes for my bag to come out of the carousel, and it doesn't. But I keep waiting longer because it keeps stopping and starting, and they keep putting more bags on, so I figure they're just taking a long time. But then, when I finally say something's wrong, oh great, they lost my bag or they put it on a different flight or something, I go and I talk to the office and they're saying, oh, yeah, they put it on an earlier flight, and so it's actually at the other baggage claim all the way in the other terminal. And I'm like, how was I supposed to ever know that without coming to ask you? I was just standing out there for 45 minutes and you're saying it was sitting in the other terminal all this time? And they're like, well, until you come and ask us and we look it up in the computer, we don't know either. And I'm like, well, somebody probably does. I don't know. I'm not sure what the solution to that is, but it seems like an irritating problem. Although I had much reason to suspect that the airline was trying to trick me into paying to be put on an earlier flight. Because I booked the flight based on ticket price and ended up with this 2.5 hour layover. And then when I looked at when I arrived at my layover spot, and I said, there are 3 more flights from the same airline going to Boston before mine. Maybe I could get on an earlier one. And they're saying, well, sure, if you pay us $75. And here I am almost considering it because when I checked in, they said only middle seats were available. So I considered it. And they said, well, how much earlier could I get? And the only thing they could get me was 1 hour earlier. And I was like, $75 for an hour. I don't think I'm going to do that. So then when I finally get on my actual flight, I sit down in my middle seat and no one comes to either side in front of me or either side of me. So I'm not complaining that I ended up having that whole side of the row to myself, but you know what may have happened is that when I checked in, those seats had been reserved, but then those other 2 people were suckers and they paid to be on an earlier flight. I bet that's what happened. Anyway, this sucks, but a little later this morning, I think I will suck it up enough to drive into town and pick up my little dog. Because she's still at the puppy dog hotel. And that'll be good. And hopefully I will feel better. I'll rest up, not talk anymore today, and feel better tomorrow. So I will talk to you tomorrow for 5 more minutes, hopefully with a better voice.